Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and it is day 3 of Coffee with Candy, my spring or Easter series. Probably more of an Easter series. We've done mostly Easter projects up to this point. Today I'm going to give you both an Easter and a spring version of a fun fold. So we'll give it just a minute to see who is going to jump on with me live. And just to give you a little bit of history recap. So I am Candy Rattray. I am from sweetstamper.com is my blog. You can find everything about my business there. You can order with me. You can sign up for my emails. You can see my class schedule, my club information. You can join with me, all the things right there at one easy spot. Typically, I have a weekly Facebook Live. It is Thursday night stamping right here on this channel. But once a month, starting this year, I have been doing a seasonal Coffee with Candy series where I take Monday through Friday and I share seasonal projects with you. So this has been the Easter series, and let me just back up a little bit and show you where we've gone. So the first day was Monday, and I shared, this is the cross card that I demonstrated. So when I'm doing Coffee with Candy, all of my email subscribers get the project tutorials and the videos sent to them in their email inbox, and that's for free. So this is the card that I demonstrated right here. These are the ones that I had done to give you other versions. This is my my cross fun fold. Great for reason for the season. Now this one's a little bit busy, but I do like all those bright colors. And this one is done with the paper I'm using for Candy's Card Club this month. And this one is using a very classic gold and white. So this was all done on Monday. And then Tuesday, we did this sweet little box. And so this is my little Hershey's gift, little Hershey treat box. So this is a lidded box that's all one piece of designer series paper. It's a 4x6 piece. So you can make 6 of these out of a single piece of designer series paper. And if you place an order with me by Sunday of $75, you're going to get each of my projects, all the pieces to make them for free, along with an embellishment. So I did want to give you a public service announcement. I did this version and this version yesterday, and these low sparkle dots have already sold out, and the spring assortment or Easter assortment that I used here have already sold out. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. Many of you have those, but if you're looking for them, you will not find them in the store. Hey, Lena, I'm so glad you're here. Now, today we're doing another fun fold, and we all love fun fold cards. And so we're going to make one that is spring or Easter. I'm using this gorgeous paper, this splash of sparkles. All of my club members, card club members, are getting a half a pack of this in their card club kits that are going out tomorrow. And so I had this half pack sitting there, easy to show you. And they just, to me, these colors, they're bright, but they're not garish. These are bright, but they're also kind of soft. They remind me of Easter egg colors. And look at that gold and silver that's flashed through it. So this is where this is the paper I'm using today. And I'm going to do a card using Choose Happy. Now this is what I used yesterday for my little box, and if you don't have this stamp set, you're going to want to get it. It is one of our $1 Million Achievers, and there's so much to love about this. Now let me show you where I'm heading, and then I will show you how to make the card. So this is what we're doing today we have this very, very sweet little fun fold. And this one, I did Happy Spring. Now, the next one I'm going to do is Happy Easter. And that's the beauty of this stamp set, is you have so many mix and match greetings that you can create. And you even have a little bit of mixed font. So you can choose, and you can Happy in script. And then these are all print. And then you have these adorable little images, and I'm going to use 2 of them today. The other thing I'm featuring is the eyelet embossing folder. So let me show you. This piece here and this piece here are both the watercolor wash background pieces from the Designer Series paper. And I don't know about you, let me bring the paper back over here, but sometimes these watercolor wash backgrounds, when you're putting it against paper that's the same color, it can almost look a little bit flat, because these in particular, they're very subtle patterns in the print. So I wanted to bump up the contrast, and I did that by running these pieces of Designer Series paper through the eyelet embossing folder to give them a little bit of oomph. And this paper does have these gold bits in it, and so I thought, well, let's just go for more gold. So let me show you how to create this sweet little fun fold. We're going to start with the 11 by 4 1/4 piece of Timid Tiger cardstock. I have gone ahead and scored this at 5 1/2. This is my preferred way of working with cardstock anyway. I'm going to go ahead and crease this, and then I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to cut my cardstock so that it opens like this. So I'm going to trim from here to here. So that means I've got to put that little corner into my paper trimmer. And that is going to go right there. And I got to get that right into the little trough. And then I have to get this fold right down here, but I don't want to cut into the fold. So you just position that and then cut. Super simple. Now, you're going to do the same thing with your 5 1/4 by 4 piece of Designer Series paper. I went ahead and did that because I wanted to run it through the embossing folder as well. And that way I can just stick that right down like so, and I'm ready to go. Now, this version, I thought we'd kind of change it up and then decide which one we like the best. I'm going to actually put this gold piece as my background, whereas my original, I did the gold piece on the little front. So let's see which one we like the best. Hey, Laura, I'm so glad you're here with me this afternoon. We're having a little fun fold fun. Now, you're going to also take a piece of Bubble Bath. This is 6 1/2 by 3 1/4. And again, if you're on my email list, you'll get all of these measurements. And this is going to create this it's like a little mini card. And I think it's just such a fun, sweet way of doing this angled front fun fold with a little mini card on the front. So let's go ahead and put these pieces down. And although I'm a huge, huge fan of seal, I do recommend, particularly on that embossed piece, that you use your green glue. I just want to make sure all of the edges are very secure. And again, this is a fun fold card, day 3 of my Easter series of Coffee with Candy. This has become a monthly series. Each month I come to you and I bring you seasonal projects in a Monday through Friday Facebook Live format. Now these are all saved and uploaded to YouTube so that my friends who are not on Facebook can see this. And also, I find that it's much easier to find it once you've done the live, because sometimes it's just you have to scroll down a bunch on Facebook, and then Facebook doesn't, keep the videos beyond 30 days, and there's all the things. So now let's take our bubble bath. Again, this is 6.5 by 3 1/4. And I have scored it already. And this is going to go right here in this. And I do want to center this so that I have equidistant all the way around. And again, I'm just going to use my green glue. I also find green glue when you're doing fun folds, a lot of times I just want to really be sure that everything stays very secure. Or I like to use Seal Plus because it has that extra depth of stick. Now, on my original, you can see the differences I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead and just like I did this piece of designer paper through the embossing folder, I'm going to do the same thing here and have a little bit of contrast there. Can't decide until I get it all together, which is going to be my favorite. I like them both, I can already tell. But I think, one just has more of the stripe. One of them has more of, well, actually they both have about the same amount of eyelet, but one has more of the gold stripe paper. Move this over just a tiny bit. Yes, here we go. Now, I do find that even though I can write on the inside of this bubble bath paper, I do find putting that little piece of 3x3 white in there, it just kind of finishes it off. And I think it makes a little bit more sense when you open it. So on my original, I did Happy Spring. This time I'm going to do Happy Easter. And I've chosen to use Berry Burst instead of Timid Tiger or, is that straight? It's looking not straight. It's going to have to work. Yeah, I think it's all right. Because sometimes you need a little bit of contrast. And so for this, I felt like it needed a little bit of deeper color. So this is my little Easter that I used yesterday. So we're going to put Easter right about there and hope it's similar to being, it's somewhat straight and centered. And then I'm going to use my Memento black ink, and I'm going to put this little flower because my Happy Easter or Happy Spring, either one, I think this little flower, it's just such a cute little extra something. So we're going to color this flower. Now there's no green in the pieces of paper that I'm using, so I'm just using the green that's in the paper, other pieces of it, and that is the Shy Shamrock, which is such a good color for spring. I'm going to miss it tremendously. It's one of our retiring in colors, so make sure that if you don't already have it, that you get it probably this month, because it's going to be on that retiring list, and it's going to be on the last chance list, and you do not want it to sell out before you've gotten your refills or your blends or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pop this on the inside of my card. We'll go back to my favorite adhesive, Seal, picking up dimensional backings, which I don't need there. And let's pop this right here on the inside. Very sweet. I've got just enough room. You know, the other thing you could put happy birthday. My oldest granddaughter, her birthday sometimes hits Easter. So all of these kind of Eastery colors and Eastery images work really well for her birthday card. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp our bunny. And I opted to do the bunny in black so that I had that strong contrast. When I did him yesterday, I stamped him in basic gray, but this time I want that strong pop. And I'm going to color him and not leave him as a white bunny. I need a little bit of color on this piece. I'm going to color him with light crumb cake blends because I want to pick up the gold here. I don't want to, if it's gray, to me it doesn't quite match the way I need it to. I'm going to bring in my Berry Burst again. To me, Berry Burst looks really good with Bubble Bath. So we're just going to put happy with our bunny. Isn't he cute? It looks like he's smiling. I'm telling you, the artwork on this stamp set is really adorable. Okay, now I don't need these anymore. Oh yes, I need this little pink. I'm going to create the little inside of his ear with the pretty in pink. Give him a little pink cheek. And then we're going to come in here with light crumb cake. And I'm just going to kind of brush this lightly. I'm not going to worry about getting every little. I'm just lightly brushing him. If there's a little white, it's okay. And he looks so cute. Now I'm going to stick him down to this piece of gold. I believe this is a 2 3/8 inch circle, but you know, to do this at home, any of your circle punches that you have, you can just layer them up. If you have the stitched circles, you can layer them up however you choose. So let's go ahead and put him down with dimensionals, which are somewhere right here. Haha. And I find that I need several on these circles because I don't like saggy middles. No saggy middles on cards or on my person preferably. This is why, one of the many reasons I go to the gym. Okay, here we go. There's my little happy. Now I am going to add, I think, a little bit of a ribbon. Goes a long way to just soften everything. And I'm using, this is the white and gold. And if you haven't discovered this, I learned this from my Dutch friend, Jackie. And these are ponytail holders. And they are just the best for wrapping my, open ribbons. One of the reasons I love them is because they're clear. And that means I can see the top of what I have. For me, I put my ribbons in a drawer. I can open that drawer and I can see very readily. Let me show you. So this is the way I store them. I can see right away this is what color this is. So, oh, I think Laura likes my middles. Okay, let's make this straight. Now, this is just a small detail. I oftentimes put my knots and bows over on this side of the card, but my bunny's facing that way. So to me, it balances more to have the knot up here. And I like this ribbon is rather textured, and it just works with all of this fancy gold. So the other thing I think makes this card design come together really nicely is that with all of this gold, you kind of have a little bit of a fancy vibe going. And then you have this very charming, rather casual stamp set. And I like eclectic looks. Eclectic is just a mixture of styles, and I oftentimes find that is, if you saw my house, you would understand. My home decor is very much eclectic. I like to mix styles, and I like unexpected color combinations. So that's just the way I roll. I don't want to get that too, I will say you have to watch with your embellishments. You don't want to get it too close to his tail, because then it looks like he's, it looks like he's having a little accident. We don't want that either. So let's put this here, and we have a very cute bunny with a few little gold dots here. So this is my demonstration card. Happy Easter. This would be great for any of my friends. It'd be great for my grandkids because it just has that charming feel to it. Now, my original is much the same with a little bit of difference. So I put the gold here, the stripe here. On this card, I put it back here. So both cards, I did the eyelet embossing folder here. And all of the artwork is the same. One is Happy Spring and one is Happy Easter. So I think they both work. One has more of the stripe, one has less. That's really about the only difference. Oh, I'm glad you like these, Laura. So, again, this is using a stamp set that you possibly already have in your stash. It's not an Easter specific. And so one of my aims with Coffee with Candy is to kind of arm you with project ideas that you can use what you have on hand. Yes, I am rewarding you with a project packets if you place an order, but maybe you're placing an order for things heading into, just stocking up your stash. Maybe you are going to add some of this Easter paper, or this isn't Easter paper. This is springy paper. I love it. Love it. So this is today's fun fold, and this is Monday's fun fold, and this is Tuesday's little treat box. So giving you plenty of ideas on things that you can make for the Easter and spring season. Thank you very much for tuning in. And don't forget to make sure that you are signed up for my emails so that you will get all the tutorials. I did send out the first 2 today. I'm not sending them out to you every day. I find a lot of times people feel it's too many emails to get one every day. As much as you like to hear from me, maybe not every day. So this, just to give you the scale and as a reminder, holds 4 Hershey Kisses. So, and it's a 4x6 piece of paper. So easy on your supplies. And this is just a half sheet of cardstock. This one is a half sheet of cardstock. So with that little mini card added in. So that is it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. You have a good day too, Laura. Thanks so much. And oh, Shireen, I didn't even see you. Thank you so much for being here. Greetings from, did you say South Africa? I think you did. Let me scroll up. Oh, welcome, welcome. I think you're a first timer here, and I'm so delighted that you have joined us. So again, oh, Terry, you're here, and I'm glad you enjoyed. I thought it was fun too. Let me know if you have a favorite. There's not a lot of difference in these. I don't think there's even a clear favorite. I think they're much the same. Again, make sure you find me at sweetstamper.com, and I will be back here at 2 o'clock tomorrow for an Easter basket tag. Thanks so much. Take care, and God bless.